Hello, everybody. It's a beautiful northern Michigan Thursday, and the weather is starting to turn. And personally, I would take this weather all year long, but I know I'm in the minority. So it's going to start getting warmer. And last straight from Nate, we talked about how to keep our waters safe from septic and other things that enter our bodies with water. And we said back then that we have 146 bodies of water in Grand Traverse County. And as the weather starts to improve, and it's been a cold spring, but it is going to improve, people are going to want to get into the water. And while it's 75 or 80 degrees on any given day in the late spring, this bay, as an example, is still 48.2 degrees as of this morning. So it's not always safe just to hop in. So I'm here today with Recreational Services Sergeant Ben McManus. And Sergeant McManus, what do you recommend and what do you see on the water for safety?
Yeah, I mean, given where we live, we have a lot of coastline and a lot of inland lakes and rivers. First and foremost is for weather safety is just take a look at what the weather's predicted to do. It might not always be accurate, but what is that weather going to do in the next few hours? Kind of playing off that is if you're going to have your cell phones with you, keep them charged up. We run into issues where people might change their plans and then people can't get a hold of them because their cell phone died because they're listening to the radio or whatever. So that's something to keep in mind. Moving from that, it's a no-brainer, should be a no-brainer, life jackets. But on top of that, keeping them accessible. We had a couple of unfortunate incidences last year with drownings where there was life jackets in the boat with the people. They just weren't accessible. And in one case, they were even tied off so that probably they wouldn't blow out when they were trailering them. So just keeping those life jackets handy. Another thing to piggyback off that would be whistles. Grab a cheap little whistle to keep with you. Most of the time you can time your life vest or tuck them in a pocket there. And letting people know where you're going to be at and where you're going, kind of what your plan is, whether it be through, a text message or, leaving a note if you're at a cabin, just letting people know where you're going to be in kind of the general area and kind of your general time frame of when you might be back. That's always helpful. Another thing we see, like not even, we always, focus on boats and life jackets, but even when you're at the beach, they make a lot of these throwables that are smaller that it's handy to throw in the beach bag because it might not be you. It might be somebody else that is struggling swimming. And, maybe because of the current, you can't get out to them or it's not safe. At least you have something that you can throw to buy them an extra few minutes until help can get there. Also, if there's rules for the road, there's rules for the water as well. One of the easiest things to do is go to the DNR website. They've got printouts. They've got a manual. We have them at the department. If you see our Marine Patrol officers out and about, stop and have a conversation with them. They have these pamphlets. They're more than happy to give them to you. It kind of just breaks everything down easier for you and kind of spells out what you should be doing out there and maybe what you need for your boats and whatnot.
So, Sergeant McManus, maybe you could talk to our viewers about what a safety inspection is and how, if you're fishing on an inland lake or on the bays, how could a driver or an operator of a vessel handle that safety inspection?
Yeah. So when we're out and about, we do perform safety inspections on vessels. And the main thing is just to have everything ready that you're supposed to have. And if you don't know, ask or look it up. But being able to know that if we're out there, we may talk to you and be able to have your fire extinguishers, your lights, life jackets accessible, those kind of things.
So it is going to get warmer, northern Michigan people. And as you start to venture out on your first kayak trip, your first supboarding, or you're going to swim or boat, we know that our northern Michigan water enthusiasts generally have their stuff together. They're generally responsible. But as you know, everything is great when you have a plan until your plan changes. So as Sergeant McManus said, it may be inconvenient to wear a life jacket while you're on a kayak or in a canoe or on a paddleboard. Paddleboards not so much because they are flotation devices by nature, but if you fall out of your vessel for whatever reason, especially in cold water, you're in a precarious situation, and it's critical that you get out of that water or somebody can get to you before you go underwater. So that life jacket certainly helps in that matter. And we just encourage it as far as you can go. Make sure that everybody knows where you're at, what you're doing, and when you're expected to be home. Because once you're underwater, you've got a very limited amount of time to be rescued before something very serious happens.
If you have marine related, water related questions, feel free to reach out. Our office number is 231-922-2112. That's the easiest way to get a hold of us, or you can always call Central Dispatch non-emergency number.